Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Inside the Booth. I am your host, Dan the Law. We have Lovett ever after with us tonight. What's up,
Hello,
Lovett?
hello. Good to see everyone. We've made it here. Got the
Good to be
crossover
back.
on this live stream, right?
That's right. Good to be here. Good to be back.
Mm.
Welcome. We're waving.
Yeah. Utilize it while you can, right?
That's right. We got to utilize all these little buttons while we can.
Mm.
Um, just because September's close.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to pay for StreamYard again, I don't think. Unless somebody somehow, like just gives us the money for it, then I'll be like, yeah, sweet. But
I
yeah,
know. I know you're still working on the Ghostbuster mobile, or is that?
yeah. Um, so the money that I did get, I think I'm just gonna save that money and help pay for, uh, you know, get a new one, a new vehicle.
Okay, that makes sense.
Forget about fixing
Forget
that,
about it.
fixing the rust bucket. But yeah, so tonight we're gonna be, if you didn't see the thumbnail, we're gonna be reviewing one of the most iconic movies of all time.
Oh gosh, it is hailed as the best
The
made for
best.
TV movie.
That's right.
Never was.
The Crossing. Um, I don't remember this in theaters,
It
to be
never was
honest.
supposed to be in
Oh,
theater.
was never in
Yeah,
theaters?
it's a TV show,
Oh, it
like,
was a
made
TV movie? Okay.
for TV, yeah.
It was for
That
TV only, guys. TV only.
no
I've
one was
never
weird
heard
at
of
that
it.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'll
was
be
pre
honest. I
9/11.
like, right. I do like, well, it says it came out in 2000
Yeah,
when it, so the movie The Patriot came out in 2000. Good
yeah.
movie.
So it
And I
probably
like,
overshadowed this by a
yeah, and
lot.
I like that era. I
Mhm.
like the colonial times and the costumes and stuff. So I'm
Yeah,
surprised I never heard of this movie.
yeah. We've heard of
Especially,
Glory and,
yeah,
Gettysburg and
Glory,
all of those, like,
Gettysburg. Yeah, yeah.
The Scarlet
Uh,
Coat, I just found out about that one too, so
yeah, The
gotta bone
Patriot,
up.
you know. But this movie I've never heard of, which is surprising because it does have a couple of kind of famous actors.
Yeah.
Um, so
Jeff Daniels.
yeah, you got Jeff Daniels,
Is he
and
dumb or dumber? Which one
yeah,
is he?
he was. I don't know which one he was. I think he was the dumber one. No. Jim Carrey was the dumber one. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah, he's
yeah,
scary.
if you like my thumbnail, hey, do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? If you guys remember that part of the movie. Um, but yeah, Jeff Daniels, he was a decent actor back then. He
Mhm.
was also in Gettysburg and Gods of War, I think it was called, right? No,
Yeah.
Gods and Generals. Is
Yeah.
that the one? That was the one after Gettysburg, but it was like Gettysburg sequel type of thing.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
No, it was about the Civil War, like
Mhm.
Gettysburg was. Um, but yeah, but he's in those movies,
Yeah.
and he's in Dumb and Dumber, and he's in other movies that are kind of pretty good.
Yeah, he's
Um,
a really good actor. I appreciate
yeah,
his talent. Not as outrageous as Jim Carrey, of course.
right, of course.
He played Washington pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, so he plays George Washington,
Mhm.
and the plot is something that goes like, um,
There's a plot, guys.
there is a plot. It's 1776. I'm gonna read the thing. Um, Less than 6 months after the Declaration of Independence, the Continental Army, under the command of General George Washington, was on the brink of utter defeat.
Mhm.
Low on men, cannons, and supplies, Washington decides to risk everything on one last desperately daring attack um, in the town of Trenton,
Mhm.
where there's over 1,000 of the I don't know what
The
the
scene?
the Haitians.
Haitian,
Well, basically
yeah.
Haitians basically are Nazis. There's a bunch of Nazis
How
in
could you
America,
say that? Pre-Nazi?
pre-Nazi, I guess, but they're
Mhm.
still, I mean, they're German. They want to start a war, and
Yeah.
they're um, yeah.
The French
However,
are
to
involved, I
do
know
that,
too.
uh, the army must cross the Delaware River. So
Mhm.
basically, this movie's about crossing the Delaware River. An hour and what was it, 30, 40
An
minutes of
hour
it.
and 30, and by George, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's right. To a seemingly hopeless battle that would turn out to be more successful than Washington ever dreamed of.
Uh-huh.
That's what this TV guide thing just said.
Yeah.
Um, which is kind of accurate
Mhm.
to the plot. By the way, we're talking about the plot. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
put it up there. The plot.
Historically, there are, like, paintings of them crossing the Delaware,
Yeah,
so this
yeah.
did happen in real life, but how it ever played out, like them stealing the boats or commandeering the boats, right?
Right, right, right.
Or the
And I
people that
always
help him, we don't know.
right. Yeah, and it was in a town called Trenton. That was, you
Yeah.
know, that was real. This is like a historical movie, like not historical movie, but a historical based movie. It's based on history. Um,
Mhm.
it had potential to
Yeah.
being a good, well filmed movie, but it was
Mhm.
not.
Yeah.
And because it is a historically based movie, I guess I'll have to give the plot a point because there was, that was the plot, getting across the river.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah, they got across the river. They
They got
won, I
across,
guess.
they carried out their goal,
Yep, they carried out their mission and they defeated the
we do have
Haitians. Not
Haitians,
the
yeah.
Haitians. They're not Haitian. They're
Yeah, well,
Hessian.
the story is, like, they're at their wits' end, like, a lot of their, soldiers have died or ran off, like, they have barely
Hmm.
any weapons, they're still wearing summer clothes in December, like,
Yeah,
soon as
yeah.
he stays
And
here,
this was, yep, and it
yeah,
was
this is it.
done Christmas Day.
Yeah, he's like, "You know what? They're waiting for us because 'cause they're gonna think we're gonna wait it out, and when the snow covers the river, they're gonna come
Hmm.
across and attack us." He's like, "You know what? We're gonna get them right before." So they're
Right.
gonna feel, like, calm and
Hmm.
happy, so they're having drinks,
And
they're
yeah,
celebrating, and
they are because the Germans did
mm,
celebrate
yes,
Christmas
it's a
claus or
Germanic,
what something claus or whatever.
yeah, yeah, Germanic
It's a
tradition.
because yep, because it was a uh, what would you call it, a pagan tradition.
Yeah, Germanic.
So yeah, so
Mhm. So
and at the time America didn't know, well, we knew about those
yeah,
traditions and stuff, but
we just didn't
we
celebrate
didn't really
it.
celebrate
Yeah, mhm,
Christmas.
yeah,
I think
that
that's
comes
why
later.
the guy goes Merry Christmas, and George Washington looks at him and he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Also, General Lee gets kidnapped too, like, he's trying to get General Lee's, army, and
Hmm. Yeah,
can't, and then
and he can't.
the
Yeah,
second in command comes up with the army, he's like, "Yeah, General Lee either got
got
kidnapped
kidnapped
or
or he,
defected, one or the
yeah,
other."
or he's a traitor and he went back to the
Yeah,
Britain side.
he's a, what is it, a Benedict Arnold?
Uh, so, so for those of you who don't know, it's about basically our freedom, July 4th,
Mm,
1776. All that jazz.
yeah.
Speaking of which, July 4th was last Friday.
Mhm.
How did you celebrate July 4th, Lovish?
I had my father come over, and we lit fireworks in the front yard
Oh,
and,
that sounds like
yelled
fun.
"America" a couple times,
Yelled America,
and then
America.
had a Mexican beer, though.
Oh yeah, That's right. I don't think most of our beers are made in America
Yeah,
anymore, anyways. So,
I know. I was trying to find Dos Equis, and that was out, so I got Modelo because we can't ever get Tecate here, and that's, like, our
uh,
favorite,
okay,
but
fun.
the dad wanted it, so
Yeah,
let
yeah.
dad have what he
Let
wants.
Dad have what he
Mexican
wants. That's right.
independence, whatever.
Yep, yep. That's right.
Um,
And then there's that other thing too. Um, yeah, I don't know where I was going. But yeah,
or
I didn't really celebrate this year. We usually go over to this um, old time museum where they have like old time houses and stuff. It's
mhm.
the Munford Village or
Yeah, 'cause
Genesee
you're from
Country
that
Museum.
area,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah. So there's this, the place, and then they do like a Fourth of July celebration where people are dressed up in the colonial times and walk
mhm.
around and house to house, and it's a lot of fun. We've done it for the past 3 4 years. We didn't do it this year because it fell on a Friday, which was weird.
Yeah,
Because usually it's like a Saturday or a different day.
a Monday sometimes.
Yeah, and fell on Friday, so we worked. I worked at the cafe up until about 6:30 because nobody was showing up. Because obviously about that time everybody was leaving.
Everybody's out for the fireworks,
Yeah,
yeah.
fireworks and stuff. So
Mhm.
we were gonna go see fireworks, but my wife got a little sick or she didn't feel good, so we
Yeah.
didn't go anywhere. But we did hear and see some in the backyard
Yeah.
because we have neighbors. Neighbors like to shoot them off and just yeah, that's
Yeah,
about it.
we live by a bay, and so they shoot fireworks over the bay,
Oh,
like,
okay.
about
There you
2
go.
miles, 3 miles from my house, so
That's the best.
you
He's the
just
best.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's the plot. What do you give the plot?
I give it a point,
Do you give it a point?
definitely.
Yeah, I guess I have to give it a point because it's historical, right?
Mhm. They did
So,
actually do what they were supposed to do, right?
yeah, that's right. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Bing. What did they say on the bottom? Oh, it says StreamYard.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, yeah. So next would be acting.
Acting.
And
Wow.
acting is a lot of fun. So Jeff Daniels, uh,
Mhm.
Sebastian
Yeah, which
I
I've
can't
seen
say
him
his name.
before.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Roger
Roger Rees, I've seen
Mhm.
him before. Stephen McCarthy, I've seen him before.
Yeah, not
No,
other too many notable
right?
people other than that.
Yep.
Um,
Nigel Bennett was Horito Gates. He was the German,
Horatio Gates. No, he was the
right?
Admiral Gates or he was the Colonel
Oh,
Gates that
Gates.
came in.
Right, duh.
Yeah,
Gates.
and he's like, "You're gonna leave, and I'm taking your army."
Yeah.
Try
That
stop
was
the
goofy,
slavery.
and he was like, "No, that's not happening. Get out of here."
He's like, "Try."
Um, right.
But you have, like, Alexander Hamilton in here, you have John Sullivan, you have Henry Knox, and, who else is it, that ends up so when Washington becomes president, he actually gets Hamilton and a couple other people in on his staff.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
But most of them live short lives, as is the case,
yeah,
with that kind of
because
feel of
wounds
being
and
out in the middle of
being
nowhere.
out, and yeah, exactly.
Like, if it
They're-
was me and I was stuck like the guys, I would've freaking left already. I'm like,
I'm
"I'm
gone.
cold.
See ya.
I'm outta here."
See ya.
Yeah, I'm going back to Florida.
Right. Why can't we do this in a warmer weather?
Yeah.
Why do we gotta be in
Um,
Pennsylvania,
yeah. I think
Philadelphia,
the
now?
lines were alright, like, I really didn't know how Washington is as far as his
Right.
mannerisms when he was alive.
Well, right.
Yeah, so, Jeff played kind of like a hard ass, no nonsense.
Right, and I guess Washington was kind of that way. You know,
Mhm.
do
Yeah.
as I say,
But what I really liked is
type
that
of guy.
he would propose the idea to his 2 best friends,
Yeah.
which one is, uh, Colonel Glover, which he was a fisherman,
Hmm.
and then Hugh Mercer, which is he's like the physician of the
Yeah.
army, but was a really good friend of his. And
Hmm.
so he'd come up with these ideas. He's like, "Tell me your honest opinion."
There's the fisherman.
Yeah, and I like it because he's, like, insulting him. He's like, "You have been a thorn in my ass ever
Right.
since I've met you. You're not
Yeah.
likable, but you have
Right.
saved me. You know, you have delivered, you have helped me in many battles survive. So you're my man, and
Right.
what I'm asking you to do, you're gonna do. I know you will." So, yeah, I think I like the fisherman more,
Yeah, I liked his character. Yeah.
yeah, John Glover, mhm.
Hmm.
Um,
Um.
oh, another one is, like, when they're going off to battle, like, the big guy, General Henry Knox, he's all sad. He's like, "What's
Mhm.
the pro" George Washington's like, "What's the problem?" He's like, "Well, Glover insulted me."
Oh yeah, I said he was told me he was
Yeah,
fat.
he's
Yeah.
fat. And then they go get on the boat, and he's like, "You better move your fat ass over."
Right.
You
Don't
can
swing your balls too much on the left. There,
rock the
you're gonna
boat.
make us all fall in the water.
Yeah. But that was really good, like, brevity of the moment, to relieve the
Hmm.
tension because he's
That
fighting.
that part of the movie was funny too, and it was
Yeah,
good. Like
yeah,
the acting and the chemistry was good in that part of the movie. But some
yeah,
of the other parts were just
yeah,
boring,
boring.
and I
Yeah,
was just falling asleep. And man, oh man, this movie really just didn't do it for me.
no, yeah, you have to have good deliveries, and I don't think they delivered too much on this one, so I'd give it half a point.
Right,
I mean, they
half a
did what
point.
they could, but, um
Oh, you are so generous. Director was Robert Harmon. I don't know who that is, um,
Oh,
and
oh.
maybe he just wasn't that great of a director, in my opinion.
Oh,
Just
well, he
because,
did a lot of, what's that guy?
what's that guy? I don't know
What's
what
that guy?
guy. Did he do the Star Wars movie? What? Who is this
He
guy?
did a lot of movies with Tom Selleck, and I think it was based
Oh, that's why.
book there you go. Book series, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not really that, notable.
Well, yeah, it did. Even though this movie was filmed in 2000, it did have a few like 1980s feeling. So
Mhm.
you got Tom Selleck. Yeah, he's directing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had
those
Rutger
movies.
Hauer, that was, like, his highest
Yeah.
accolade, so
So you have that 80s feel.
mhm.
He's got a Van Damme movie under his belt.
Only the '80s, but the '80s never leave you.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Um, if they got a different director, maybe it would have worked out.
Yeah. I can
Um,
definitely see why this was a
movie
TV
instead of a
show.
movie. Yeah. Um, I'm not really gonna give acting a point, just because there were just too many parts of the movie that just didn't do it for me. But of
Mhm.
course, it's not really the actor's fault. Some of it's the writing of the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not trying to, but because
I think they
the
tried to
writing
do
was
their
bad.
best with what they had, but yeah, like you said,
Right,
it's not a big this is based off of historical events, so you
right,
really don't
right,
get
right.
much leeway, so all you can do is have, like, a Daniel Day-Lewis method act, right? The
I
best you
guess,
figure.
yeah. So I'm not gonna give it a point just because it didn't do it for me. It felt more like a B movie. Felt more like
Mhm.
it felt more like these kind not famous actors, but these good actors but they are doing acting like somebody in a B movie who doesn't know how to act.
Yeah.
So I mean, Jeff
They're
Daniels
not
did
bringing their A
okay, and so did,
game, you know?
yeah, exactly. Maybe they didn't want to do the movie or something, and they were just kind of
Maybe.
talking the lines, you know. And it
I
was
could
very
see some. I
monotone,
saw
you know.
some effort. I did.
Did
Um,
you? I don't know.
yeah.
I don't think I saw any effort. So I'm not giving it a point. Forget it. You give it a half a point. You're nice.
Mm.
Cinematography, everybody.
Cinema.
Cinematography is next. And before we get into cinematography, why don't we go to a commercial break? And this is it.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So beautiful.
It is beautiful, everybody. If you like what we do here at Inside the Booth and you want to help support us in any way, shape possible, yeah, why did I say shape? Any way
Any shape or
possible.
form.
Yeah, there you go. Any way, shape, or form. Um, go ahead and buy some merchandise. We just got tagged today from somebody who bought a T-shirt and a mug, and it was on X,
Oh,
Twitter.
nice.
So that was cool. So if you follow us on X Twitter, you'll see that somebody bought some stuff. I was gonna save the picture and put it up here, but I totally forgot to do that. Um, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Everybody, go ahead and buy something. You know, you wear it and it's cool and it tells people about us. Or you could just buy regular shirts because we have regular, just other things too. Um, yeah, and it's just fun stuff.
Fun.
Everybody, be fun, be fun, be funny.
Hmm.
Buy our stuff. Subscribe to the channel. Vanquish the like button and
Hmm.
all that jazz.
Ring the
Also,
bell.
ring the bell because that also helps us. See, there's the bell. Subscribe. Ding ding.
This is funny because that was like the first thing you complained to me. Like, this video quality sucks.
Yes, and the video quality because it was on YouTube, it really
Mhm.
sucked. I'm sure it's better if you watch it on DVD or
If you
find it
had
somewhere.
it.
Yeah, or find it somewhere on streaming. But man, I couldn't find it for the like of me.
No, it was not
And
on streaming.
and
Mm-mm.
it's weird because YouTube it was uploaded on YouTube 4 years ago, and four
Yeah,
years ago you could upload a HD quality. So I
yeah.
don't know why they uploaded like a really low
SD
quality
80.
form of it. Yeah, 480. But if you
410.
guys, yeah, if you guys want to watch this movie, go for it. I mean, it's free.
I watched it on the TV, and I did feel like I got a little bit better experience out of it.
Yeah, and they didn't even upload the widescreen. It's the you remember
Cool.
the old back in the old days when you had
Oh,
regular
yeah.
square
Oh,
TVs. It goes
my
this
god.
this this video has been formatted to fit your TV. That's basically what it was. And
Yeah. How'd they know?
my whole life I've always hated that.
Mhm.
I always liked widescreen, even though it cut things off on your square TV.
Mhm.
Cut the top and the bottom off, but you get the full picture because it's
Yeah. Mhm.
widescreen. A lot of
So it
people
was
ask me,
the
well, why do you like watching widescreen? Doesn't even fit the TV. I said, because when you watch it formatted to the TV, you get the two sides cut off.
yeah.
No, you don't. Yeah, you do. You never even looked at it, have you? There's more stuff going on in the sides. That was my thing.
You're
Um,
missing clues.
yeah, you're missing stuff.
Yeah. So,
So
I
yeah, yeah,
think
yeah,
that
yeah,
they
yeah.
dressed appropriate for the era.
Yeah, I
Um,
liked the costumes. The
it was
costumes were good.
realistic kind of thing where all the
Hmm.
soldiers are freezing their ass off on the
Right.
field while
They even
all of
had
the
look at the silverware. They even had. like old fashioned way of
Yeah.
maybe. I
I
don't
love
know.
that china,
The
definitely.
China's good.
And there's the fat guy right there. I
Yeah,
said if
there's that fat guy.
was it that if with how long that they've been without food, the soldiers,
Yeah,
how
and
fat
he's
he is,
fat.
would be freezing.
3 months without food, and it's a sin to be that fat.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, the cinematography wasn't too bad.
yeah.
I would have done something a little different, made it
Mhm.
more, widened shots and made it more, I don't know, more epic.
Mhm.
Because back
Yeah,
back in 2000, that's what they did a lot. Was
yeah.
more of the epic scenes and the wider shots and
Mhm.
make it look like it's a bigger bigger picture, bigger,
Yeah.
you know.
I even agree, like, when they have the battle at Trenton, it just feels
hmm
chaotic and
Yeah, it felt chaotic
discombobulated.
and too close. Like everything was like zoomed in so close, and you're like,
Mhm.
ah.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done more with that. Now, I know that this is like a surprise attack, so you don't know where your opponents are exactly gonna be or what they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
do, react, and how they're gonna form.
Right,
They
right,
did catch them off guard and, like they're in their breeches.
right.
They're not dressed anywhere near or for battle, so they're out there in their long johns trying to fight off the Americans. So I felt like that was a little bit more it is a little bit realistic how chaotic it kind of would be, but definitely
Right.
how they filmed it was too up close. I feel like they could have done more
Wider
wider
shots and
shot, yeah.
yeah. And
Mhm.
so I'm gonna only give cinematography a half a point, only
Yeah, I
because
see
of
that too.
it's just it didn't. Some of it was good, but some of it was too close, too tight.
Yeah,
Too shots were too tight. They
yeah.
they should have widened the shots a little bit or something.
And they made the battle, like, this whole play out, like, it's like
hmm
an hour long just to get there, and, like,
Yeah,
15 like, not even 15 minutes of battle was just
yeah. A lot of the movie was just talking, and it was
yeah.
just and that's what was
"We
boring me.
have to
And
get there." And
yeah,
they're
we'll
so
all get
worried about
there,
the
and they
time, and George, "Why
about a whole
fuck
hour
the
just
time?"
talking about getting there.
Yeah.
So, ay, ay,
And then
ay.
getting across was so short, like, they
Yeah,
hadn't
yeah,
worked
exactly.
on
They didn't even show
the
too
pieces
much on the
of the
boats, like,
crossing,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I feel like they coulda
Which,
had a little bit more liberty with
that,
that, like,
yeah,
how
they
the
should
men
have
would
done.
be reacting, switching off, that kinda
hmm
stuff.
And I understand you don't want to bring a big, huge camera into a boat if you don't have a lot of money, maybe that's why. Oh, we might drop it in the water. So
Mhm.
let's not do that. I don't know. That's just my thinking of why they didn't go inside the boat and film things.
Yeah.
But whatever.
They could've been on the side boat, like, on one of the other boat, and so
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you're looking at your other people right there,
yeah. I don't know.
Um
It was weird. It was weird.
Mhm.
S- some of this movie was okay, but some of it was really bad.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
worst. The worst. Worst movie I've ever seen.
No, it's not.
0 out of 10. Everybody. No.
Mouse
Sorry.
Hunt's
We
the worst movie you've
not
seen.
there. Not there. Yeah, it's not the worst. Okay. Let's go to the score. The music of the movie.
I don't even know. There's dun 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 dun
The music
dun.
sucked. Okay,
Music sucked.
it sucked.
Drums.
Um, they
It
should
was
have
not
they should have had more of an orchestrated music. It would make the scenes look better and
yeah.
feel better, maybe,
Mhm.
because there's some scenes they didn't have music, and I was like, they should have music right here. I can
Yeah,
hear
it
I
feels
can hear the
empty.
Patriot and the music from the Patriot coming up, going, "Woo," but they
Mhm.
didn't. They didn't put any music, or they didn't put any music, or they just had really
The drums, that's all
like
they had.
slow music or like quiet music, and you couldn't hear
Yeah,
it almost.
yeah.
Um, it was bad.
Nothing memorable about it, 0 points on the
Yeah,
music.
0 points. Forget the music.
Yeah,
Zero zip zilch.
yeah. Write it
Nothing.
out.
come on, guys, do better, do better. Whatever your name is, who directed this
It's
movie?
like all the money went into the Patriot, and this one got left in the dirt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, "Oh,
Came
shit,
out the
Mel
same
Gibson's
time.
gonna be there?"
Yeah,
Uh,
right. Well, I guess our movie's
yeah.
down. Our movie sucks
You're going to
because Mel
TV,
Gibson's in
sorry.
the Patriot.
Mhm.
I wonder what month the Patriot came out.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look it up real quick if nobody minds.
I can do that.
Okay, because this movie, The Crossing, came out in June. No, yeah, June.
No
So
way.
yeah, it was like so. It was summertime, right?
This was June 27th was The Patriot. The same
Really,
month.
freaking same month. Why would they do that?
Huh?
May I said, oh, I thought you were talking to me. Why would they do that?
It
That's
came
my
out in
question.
June.
Um, I understand 4th of July. Maybe that's why they put it out in June. But why would this movie want to not be shown? Basically, coming out at the
Mhm.
same time as The Patriot, uh,
On TV.
on TV instead
This
of
is like the poor man's
theaters.
version,
Yeah,
right?
this is a poor man's version of
Independent.
yeah. And of course, the director was Robert Harmon, who doesn't direct big epic movies. So this,
Mm.
you know, and I'll be honest with you, this movie does have potential to being like a
Yeah.
big epic, theatrical movie.
Mhm.
It really does. It has the potential, but it did not get there. It
Yeah.
didn't have it. It didn't have it. Like
Unlike the
this
plot,
would
it
be
didn't make it.
yeah, that's right. This would be an awesome movie to remake and do better, you
Yeah.
know? Kind of exaggerate the fight scenes,
Yeah. Play
exaggerate
with the
the
water.
yeah, with the water, exaggerate the
Mhm.
water boating across the river,
Show,
exaggerate
like,
some
the
stuff and
icy
make it
slush, like, they were so
yeah,
close to it freezing, right? And
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
makes it dramatic is they're going through the water and you
Yeah, and
see.
show people freezing a little bit instead of just having
Yeah.
like a white dusting on their face and going, "Oh yeah, it's really cold."
Mhm.
Yeah, cold.
It's so cool.
Make it feel cold, make it
Yeah.
sound cold, make them look like they're just about to give up. They're so cold.
Yep.
That's what it should be, more dramatic. That's what this movie just needs to be more dramatic. Who's gonna raise their hand and remake this movie?
No.
I don't know. I don't know, but somebody should.
Not
Somebody
Robert
should.
Harmon.
Yeah, no, he might not even be alive anymore, is he?
He is.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Mhm.
So I guess next would be
The best and the greatest.
the allegory.
Allegory.
I mean, it's a historical movie. I don't know. I didn't see much of an allegory. They're
Other than
crossing a
faith.
river.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
they didn't really
Washington.
talk about faith. Not
No, but he had a
see,
faith that like, it was a
right,
blind
George.
faith of making it, right? Of
Right,
doing the
George
mission.
Washington was a faith man. So
He
I'm
was
surprised they didn't put any faith in this movie
yeah, but
to
he wasn't
show his
I thought he wasn't really
faith.
a Christian, though.
Well, he believed in some kind of God
Yeah.
because everybody else that signed the Declaration of Independence, there was a lot of them that believed in God. You know.
He's known as a latitudinarian. I've never heard of that. Baptized into the Anglican Church.
Google is sometimes wrong about how history was,
Mhm.
so I wouldn't always believe what Google says.
Oh god, right?
um, but I've heard a lot of times where George Washington and
Yeah, he was part of the
a lot of
Anglican
the
Church.
yeah, and a lot of people that signed the Declaration of Independence had become Christians and
Mhm.
followed Christ.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they didn't show. What I'm saying is, I'm surprised they didn't show that
Yeah, like
in
him
this.
having, like, a cross or, like, doing any kind of
Yeah,
prayer.
or even, or like maybe having a church in one of the towns where he goes and kneels and says, "God help me," or
Yeah.
something of that
Mhm.
sort, or
Yeah.
even just talking about it to one of his guys. Hey, God's with us, so we're gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should have
Mm.
done something,
Yeah.
but instead,
Nothing about
this
brotherhood or family
right.
or redemption. This is war. This is
Right. He did mention a couple of words that were kind of from the Bible. Oh, you're a thorn in my side.
mhm.
It was a couple little things here and there, but it wasn't like out in your face,
Yeah.
It wasn't like, okay, that's from the Bible. This Robert Harmon, I don't know. He's a
Probably
bad
not
director.
religious.
He's Yeah, he probably is an atheist or something. Or a Scientologist. Who knows? They're all from
What's the
Hollywood.
ones that have the red bracelet?
The red bracelet? I don't know.
The cu
Catholics?
no. Oh my
Clergymen?
this is
I
a
don't
big,
know.
big religion
The Illuminati?
thing. No.
That's everybody in Hollywood. They're a
Catholicism.
part of the Illuminati.
Kabbalism?
Oh, what?
Kabbalism. It's a form of
Kabbalism.
Judaism.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know nothing
It's
about it.
a weird thing.
Sounds weird.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. But for
Yeah.
allegory, I'd probably give it maybe no points. Not that they didn't have faith back then, but
Yeah.
they didn't really show it in the movie. So
Uh-uh.
I'm not going to give it a point. They didn't show much of anything.
No.
Or even
The
like
director
saying,
did not even have that in his thought focus.
right. And what
It was
about
nothing.
like even a mental,
Or a
like,
stoic,
you know,
esoteric kind of meaning.
yeah, or like he's battling his own demons and he doesn't believe in
Mhm.
himself, and then in the end he believes in himself. Something,
The only time
more
he said,
like I
"My
said, more
God."
dramatic.
Yeah. It was at the end where he was asking his doctor friend, "How many of did we lose?" Like, finally, he wants to know, like, "How many people did
Yeah,
we lose?" He's like, "None."
yeah, we
And
didn't
he's
lose
like,
any. Yeah,
"No one is injured." And that was the only time he's like, "My God." Like,
yeah.
that was the only
God was
mention
with
of
us. Yeah,
God.
yeah. Weird,
Mhm. Weird.
weird.
Weird. Weird.
Thanks, lady, that did the Snow White thing.
Yeah.
It'll never leave my head now. You live there rent free. Weird.
Mhm.
Stupid. Um, yeah, there's not too.
Let's tally it up.
Let's tally it up. Welcome, everybody. I don't know who's here. I'm just welcoming those who've joined. Be right back. No, not yet. We'll be back
Be right
later.
back.
We'll be right back after these messages. Like, subscribe, and ding the bell. Tallying it up, everybody. Tallying it up. Who's here? Oh,
Mhm.
just
Golly.
Lovett's.
What would you say? Maybe I say like a 3.5, if that.
It
4.
was 1-1. You gave acting a half a point,
Uh-huh.
right? I
Uh-huh.
didn't give it a point. We both gave it a half a point in cinematography, so
Uh-huh.
it's 3.5. Music was 0. Allegory 0. So there we go. 3.5 out of 10, everybody. This movie was amazing. 3.5 out of 10 points.
Woo!
Woo!
I feel 3 halves of that already.
Oh
It
boy.
was definitely good to blank out too in mind space while you colored, uh,
Right, colored or did something
therapeutically.
else.
Yeah, do editing,
Falling asleep
whatever.
was a part of it. Well, I'm watching
Perfect
it, I'm
movie
going
for
like
that.
this. Whoa, man! I better get up and get something to eat, get a drink, walk around, and
Yeah,
come back
woof.
to the movie because
Yeah.
it was bad. I mean, it was the best
It was the
epic movie ever.
bestest. Um, Definitely would recommend
A different movie.
a different movie. Yep.
Definitely recommend a different movie. Everybody, go ahead and watch something else. Um, but if you have seen this movie, leave a comment down below and tell us what you
Mhm.
think of this movie. Um,
Are you
we didn't like it
historian
that
buff?
much, you know. I mean, there were some good parts, some bad parts, a lot of bad parts. A good potential, but it's just executed poorly.
Yeah.
Need a
So
new
it
director,
Mhm.
maybe some new actors,
Yeah,
and
freshen it up.
so yeah, that's right. So somebody remake this movie and tell us, tell
Take
us how
some
you would do
civil
it.
liberties with it.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
for
We
those
need
historian buffs, let us know, like, how accurate this movie was to, the real deal.
uh, who really needs to do this movie is Ridley Scott. That's who should do this movie.
J.J.
Ridley Scott.
Abrams.
Yeah, Ridley Scott, you need to redo this movie. I know you like to do redos and try to
Remake.
make your other movies into sequels, which is a horrible idea. Gladiator 2 really sucked. But Ridley Scott, I think you could make this movie into an epic, awesome movie. So
Yeah.
do it. Do it. Did you hear me, Ridley Scott? Are you watching us? You watch us. Watch us. All right.
Well, I think that's all we got for this movie. It was a
That
great,
is all.
thing to cross over with you. Get to the other
Yeah, yeah.
side. Oh, and then
Cross over
also
to
go
the other
right back.
side. Yeah, that's right. And you
Go
got
right
to
back.
cross back over.
And so I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, because they didn't, because the Britons were on that side,
"Yeah, they're on enemy
so they
territory."
crossed over here, and then they crossed back over here to kill those German
Mhm.
Nazi
It
pre-Nazis, and
seems
then they had to cross back over to get back to the safe
Mhm.
side.
It's
Yeah,
like
that was
crossing
weird.
a river
Yeah,
to slap an alligator and then going
yeah.
right there's
This must be it must have been a pretty big river if it took them like 6 hours to cross, right?
Mm. Well,
Or was it
that and
like
they were going
an
up
hour?
upstream because they have to
Right.
probably upstream.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it
Mhm.
was.
Yeah, the time
Oh, well,
consuming
everybody,
to
if you
me.
like this movie, let us know. Leave
Yeah.
a comment down in the comments
Mhm.
section down below if you love this movie. Oh, actually, I wanted to read some comments from, the movie on YouTube.
Oh, no way. Go
Yeah,
for
I
it.
did want to because they were kind of funny and
You're
goofy.
brutally honest.
No, quite the opposite, which why I thought it was
What?
funny. Um, all right, well, I'll do it. I gotta find it first. There we go. All right, so here are some of them. I love this. My teacher, I'm in sixth grade, and this was 4 years ago, put this movie on for us in a class, but the bell rang, and before I could finish it, so we were told to watch it for homework. Oh,
Mm,
isn't that cute? Um,
cute.
George Washington was the BA, plain and simple, someone said. No, nobody hates the British like a Dutch merchant. Somebody
Yeah.
was quoting him. Um, Look at George Washington's dignified leadership, his willingness to tell hard truths, his humility. Let
Mhm.
him be our model. See,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, people like this movie. I don't know how or why or where the part of the movie they're like, "Oh, this is the best movie." Um,
I think it was more like a comfort watch, really, because there's no drama, no subversion,
this
right?
one really got me. Ready?
Mm.
One of the best movies on the Revolutionary War ever.
Ever,
Have you not seen The Patriot?
ever. Who
Ever. This
cares
was
about
the
the
best.
Patriot? This
This
is
was the
it.
best. This is the one.
Mhm.
This is the one. Seeing the guy. Now this is funny. Seeing the guy who played Harry in Dumb and Dumber play George Washington is something else. Talk about rage. Um, now that's not what I would have said. I would have said seeing the guy that played Harry in Dumb and Dumber makes me always think every time he comes to the screen
Mhm.
the same quote that I put up there
We are the most
on the
annoying
thumbnail.
sound in the
Yeah.
world.
Hey, do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
No, I don't.
Hey! So funny. Anyways, yeah. Somebody, please. There you go. I'm gonna put your thing up there. 3.5 out of 10. Somebody, please, please tell us why you really like this movie.
Yeah.
All these because all these comments are really positive and stuff about the movie. Like, oh, great movie, best Revolutionary War movie ever. I love how Colonial is just slowly getting ready. Oh, there we go. I love how uh, Colano. I don't know what that word is.
Colonial? No.
It looks like cologne. No, colonial. It must be colonial. Slowly getting ready while battle is commencing right outside.
Oh,
Huh?
the Colonel. I
The
think that's
colonel?
the Colonel. Yeah. So the Hassan leader, right, gets woken
Well,
up.
colonel has an R in it, right? This does not have an R in this word. So maybe they
Not.
spelt it wrong or something.
Mm.
Like you had nothing better else to do. Yeah, that's true.
He
That
was
that
a little
German
slow.
colonel was going a little slow, getting ready, going, oh yeah, and I let everybody just run out there and I'll just button up my shirt.
He didn't
Slowest as
see it was a
possible.
yeah. He didn't
Slow
understand it was a
molasses.
dire kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a dire need, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. This movie just needed more drama, more action, more
Yeah.
better filming, better directing. It probably would have been good with the actors that are in it if the director and the writing and the drama was good, but it
Yeah.
was just like it was lacking. So I think somebody should just redo it and get new actors because these actors
Mhm.
are obviously old now. So forget about them. Get new
Yeah.
ones and let's have a real good July 4th
Mhm.
epic
Yeah.
Revolutionary War movie in 2026. Somebody, please,
Yeah.
Ridley
Release
Scott.
it
Somebody,
In
take it
June too,
over.
right?
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Take it over. Come on, Ridley Scott. Take it over. Do it. If you love America, you'll do it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that's it. That's all we got tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks
It was
everybody
a
for
pleasure.
watching. Thanks, Lovett, for being here.
Yeah.
And
Anytime.
anytime, anytime.
Anytime I'm available.
Yes, anytime you're available and not going to the dentist. um, yeah, yeah, that's it, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night. I
Have
gotta
a great one,
find
y'all.
that thing. This
Bye.
says goodbye. Thanks for watching. Blah 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 blah
Laters.
blah.
Hope you cross the Delaware
I hope you do something.
and then go back
That's right. Cross the Delaware 3 times.
3 times.
Do it 3 times. Not 4 times, because 4 times it's a circle.
Yeah. Doesn't that just negate the whole process?
That's right.